guys, it's Way here, and welcome back to another FIFA 17 trading video. Today, I'm going to bring you guys what is probably the best trading method to use. If you've got around 10,000 coins, you can obviously use it with more coins, and you can do it with probably about 2,000 coins or more. It's a very, very easy method. It's a really simple one. Originally, I was about to make a video on how to use the left and right back Premier League method, which was amazing. However, MathHDM did a video on it literally 10 minutes ago, which has probably ruined it because now everyone's going to be using that method. So I'm going to bring you a slightly different method. It's going to be a non-rare trading method, and all you want to do is just go to gold, and then you want to go to the Premier League, and you want to look for some non-rare cards. Now you can also use Footwiz or Foothead, something like that. But you want to look for some players. So for example, Moses is a decent one. Muniesa, probably not. Willy Caballero is a decent option. So you just want to go through looking for decent, especially pacey players who are non-rare. So Saka's a decent one. And there are quite a few. There are some really good ones, for example, Berahino and players like that. They actually sell for quite a lot. They'll go for more than 1,000 coins. Lingard, that is a great one to do this with. Sako, again, is a decent player. Januzaj, there are so many different players you can do this with. I would recommend sticking with the Premier League. You can do it with other leagues, for example, the La Liga, the Bundesliga, the Serie A. The Serie A is a decent one to do it with. That's probably the second best you can do after you've obviously done it with the Premier League. So let's just go with Phil Jones as well. Just add a load of these to your transfer targets. Just find a couple more, just so there's plenty of different players that I can go and check the prices of. I think Lingard is going to be a great player to do this with. And there's also a few others like Nathan Redmond, for example. Gomez right here, quite high rated player. Let's just get one more card to do this with. Here we go, one more. Where is a decent player to do this with? Romero. Let's go with Romero. There's Darmian. There's some more players I will do it with. So, the first player is going to be Berahino. He was one of those cards we found. So you want to look up Berahino. I think it's spelled like this. Here we go, Berahino. Whereabouts is Berahino? So, you want to just go down to Berahino, wherever he is, and he is. Here we go, Saido Berahino. Now, you want to look up his minimum price, what he's selling for. And a lot of the time, when you just look up the minimum price, you're going to end up finding really, really good undercut deals. So, for example, I managed to pick up a Dabo, as you can see here on screen, for 400 coins, and he was going for about 1,000. And often, if you just go to the 59th minute, there will be a lot of deals just list up. You just want to cycle through those non-rare players. So you guys will have seen just earlier on when I was going through all those different cards. They're some of the ones you can use. I'm not going to show you all of them, because if not, it's going to kind of ruin the method for you guys. So I'll let you guys just kind of look through, find some decent non-rares to do this with. But you just want to quickly check the price, and there obviously we've checked Berahino's price. So now let's move on to let's go with Lingard. And you just want to keep going through all these players, and you will find some great deals in the 59th minute of cards really, really undercut for like 400 coins sometimes as well. As I was saying, I did end up getting a Dabo a couple of days ago for a very, very good price. I got him for 400 coins, and he was going for like over 1,000. So we look up Lingard here. He's going for 1k. So obviously, if you get one for like 900 coins or less, that's going to be a good deal. Let's go with someone like Nathan Redmond. He has got a really good non-rare card, by the way, going for 1.1k there. None on the market. You can actually just try and snipe these cards, which can work really, really well. Sniping is actually quite hard on this game, just to get used to. I will be doing a video on how to snipe players effectively on FIFA 17. But as you can see there, we get a deal. There we go. We've got the first deal. Nathan Redmond going for 1.1, going for 800 coins. That's a nice bit of profit we can make there. Obviously, we got him for less than he sells for. I'm going to list him for 1,000 coins. It's going to be about 150 coins profit. He's going to very quickly sell on because he's got a really good card right there. So there we go. That is the first deal. I will be doing a video, as I said, on how to snipe players pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. Let's go back to Lingard, because I think he should be a decent player to do this with. Then go to Berahino. You just want to go through all of these different cards, and I will try it with a couple of others. How do you actually spell Berahino's name? Is it with an I? It must be with an I. Whereabouts is Berahino? There we go. And he's going for 950, as you saw earlier on. I think that that Redmond has already sold on. But here we go. We just compare his price. He's going for 850. Still none listed up there. Let's try another player. Let's go with Darmian. You just want to go through all these non-rare cards, and there are loads of ones that just get listed up very, very cheaply. So Darmian is a decent player to do this with. He's going for 1.4k. Two listed up there. I think they could potentially be a deal. What does he sell for? He goes for 1.6, so I can get that for 1.4, and I can list it for 1.6 because there are only a couple on the market, so that's going to be over 100 coins profit on him there. And there are just so many non-rare players that you can do this with. As I said, I'm not going to be showing you guys all of them because if not it will ruin the method because everyone's going to use the same cards. Is that one still... yeah, that's the same one I already picked up earlier on. Looking at Gomez right here, going for 700 and there's one for 500 in the 50th minute, one for 550. 2 deals there I can pick up right there. And the lowest by now was 700 coins, so that's a really good bit of trading there. Easily sell both of them on for 700, so it's about 200 coins profit on one and about 100 and 120 I think after tax on that one, so 2 more good deals there. And you just want to do this with like the high rated non-rares basically from major leagues, so that both of them can easily sell them on, make some nice coins on them. Are there any others still there? There's one here, but that is one that I previously picked up. So what other players can I do? I'll check out Victor Moses as well, because he's quite quick and also plays for a decent team, so I expect he'll probably sell for something. 800, there's one for 750, probably not the best, however all of them have actually been listed up recently, so I'll check what like his normal by now is. It's about 900, so probably not the best, and you just want to go through this like over and over. So got Redmond obviously, go back to Redmond, we managed to pick a couple up earlier on, he's going for 1.1 there. Check out another player, let's go with Berahino again. You just want to rotate through these, like the really good ones, for example Rojo, Berahino, all the players I have been showing you really, the pacey ones, the kind of best ones, the ones that look the best are the ones you want to go over the most. You can go and check people like Darmian occasionally as well, but the better ones are going to be picked up quicker, so you want to check them more often because they're also the ones you can make more coins on normally. Darmian, what is he currently selling for? About 1.6. And there aren't any new ones there. Let's check out Bakary Sacco as well. What is he currently selling for? You can get some really good deals with this. You can also just look up good non-rare cards, so it doesn't have to be like from a certain league. There we go, 550, actually got outbid for that one, and 650. Managed to pick that one up though. I can list up for 750, but that 551 would have been some nice coins on him. But it's still going to make a bit of profit on this guy here. List him up for 750 and he should easily sell on there. And then to show you guys some other examples from other leagues, so let's go with someone like Dabo right here. He is a good player to do this with. As you can see, he actually sells for quite a lot. How much is he? 1.9? About 1.9k, and I got one for 400 coins a couple of days ago. It just goes to show how good that method is. Again, you just want to quickly check his price. You want to keep going back to people like Dabo because his price does fluctuate quite a lot, and also if one does get listed up, then you're going to be able to make a really good amount of coins on him. What other players are there I could potentially do this with? So you can go all the way down to like a low buy now like this as well and try and snipe them, but it doesn't really work as well just because it takes more time looking over each individual player. There are also other players like in other leagues obviously, so if we go to the liga, look for gold players right here, who is it that we could potentially do this with? So player would maybe be a decent one. Probably doesn't go for the most. There's a good left winger, I've forgotten his name, I used him in a squad builder recently. Morel would be a good one. This guy here, he could be a decent player to do this with, obviously because he's quite quick. Headgear from phone could be a decent player as well because he is a quick one. There aren't really as many in these leagues. The Serie A's got some really good players to do it with, but that CEO, he's a good player to do this with. Tolvan, he's a decent player. We're getting quite a few players that you can do this method with, and it's just because non-rares, normally people don't think they sell for too much, so they list them up quite a bit too cheap, so you can end up getting some decent deals on them because people will just list them for minimum price a lot of the time. There is a left winger though, I need to find him. Dabo obviously is a really good one because he sells for a lot. I will just quickly check the left winger, I'll just look specifically for that, and we should be able to find him because he's a really good player to do this with. Cornet is a good one. He is not the one I was talking about though, because I ended up getting a good deal on this guy here, if I can find him. Here we go, I found the player. It is Dermaz, and as you can see he actually sells for quite a lot. So we look up Dermaz right here, check what he is selling for. So obviously you just want to find the minimum buy now. All you really want to do is just look for players, see what they're selling for, and then there's often one that's going to be listed up quite a lot cheaper. So he's going for about 1.4, so I'll look probably for about 1.2, and there we go, that's what he is selling for, about 1.2. There's one for 1k, I could potentially pick that up, sell it on for like 1.2, probably not the best, but this guy here, I mean, he plays in the liga, he's Swedish. People are going to think he's not going to sell for too much, and could easily list him for like 400 coins. You see so many good deals listed up with these cards. I mean, I was telling you about Dabo earlier on, but there are loads and loads of other players you can do this with. Let's try Cornet as well, another player from this league. There's that left winger, I think, who plays for there, that 900 coins. That is a decent deal because this one's just been listed up, so I'm going to compare his price. Actually, I don't really need to compare it. I know he's going to sell for more than that. He's going to go for 1.1k. I'll be able to sell him for that, so that's a nice bit of profit there, about 150 coins after tax. There are some really good players to do this with in the Serie A. Now, the Serie A has got some great players for when it comes to non-rares, really. So if we look up non-rare players in the Serie A, we've got this guy here, decent kind of well-rounded centre mid. There's some really good forwards, especially one who plays for Juventus. So I've forgotten his name. Luis Adriano, there's a decent player to do this with. Who else? There are just loads and loads of players you can find. You just want to go through and obviously, as I said, I'm not showing you guys all of them because that will kind of ruin the method, but if you just kind of go through, find your own players that you like doing this method with, find ones that work well for you, and then obviously use them. So we've got Liajic there, he's a decent card to do this with. Well, it's actually changed nationalities there, which is something I didn't know. Andreoli, okay, apparently I can't add him to my transfer targets, but there are quite a few Serie A players. As I said, you can try it with them. There is a left winger, I think, who plays for Juventus, who is a pretty good player to do this with. This guy here, Pijaka. So we check his price. What is Pijaka going for? Because he's got a really good card and it's pretty OP, so sells for quite a lot. Obviously, he does play for Juventus too, which does increase his price. So if we check for about 1.1, he's going for 1.1k. So again, check his price. If you get one for like 900 coins, could be a good deal. And now again, you just want to go back over, go to a different league, or go back to the players you were using originally, and you'll see players being listed up. So Redmond, check him again, check Lingard again. You just want to go through over and over, looking through these players, just cycling through them, and you're going to see a lot of deals getting listed up. It is a really simple method. It's very like well, it doesn't really require too much concentration because all you're having to do is just put these players in, go through, and it's pretty simple. Like if there's one cheaper than all the others, you want to buy it. So it's a really easy method, which does work very well. There we go. Berahino for 700 coins. He's going for 850, at least 850. I can sell him for about 900 though, I reckon, because there are only 3 there for 850. So another nice bit of profit there when he does sell on. And let's do one last player. Let's get one last deal rather. So let's look up Damian, see if we can get one there. I will also show you guys these cards selling on because they did sell on. A couple of them have already sold on. So we've got him there, 1.3. There we go. That's going to be the last deal we get, and I can sell him for 1.6. There are 2 for 1.5, but he was going for 1.6 like 5 minutes ago, so I know his price does fluctuate. So list him for 1.6. Another nice bit of profit. This trading method is probably the best you can use right now. It's such a good method, and it's one I would really recommend you guys trying out. So if we head over to my transfer list, you guys will see that lots of these cards have already sold on. The Damian for 1.6, Gomez for 700, Redmond for 1k. And these are actually a couple of players from the trading method I did yesterday, and I've got a load of other players. I've got a Gomez, a Sacco, Cornet, Berahino, Damian, and some other players there to sell on. So we managed to get a load of deals, we managed to sell them on, make some decent coins. So it's a really good method, one that I would definitely recommend you guys trying out, especially on a lower budget. But right now it's probably the best trading method to use because it's so effective. If you get someone like Dabo, you can make like 1.5k on him if you get him for minimum price, and same with all of these players. A lot of them do get listed for minimum price. A lot of these non-rares go for a really good amount of coins. So just find non-rares that sell for a lot and try and look them up, see if you can get any good cheap deals, and just keep rotating between those players, and eventually you'll get some great deals and be able to sell them on for some really good profits. So it's a great method. Would definitely recommend you guys trying out. If we could get 50 likes on the video, that would be awesome. Subscribe if you are new around here, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.